Excuse me. That was accidental. Howdy, my name is Stee and welcome to my movie menu. And this is the first ever video recorded version. So to mark the very specialness of it all, I'm going to be talking about Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol. Sum up this entire movie by giving you 3 simple words to just describe the entire film. And those words are fucking Tom Cruise. Okay, now this film has everything that you expect from a Tom Cruise movie. There's explosions, there's fighting, there's running, there's sexy cars, sexy female people, running. Not only running, but chasing. I mean, there's a 10-minute sequence in the movie where Tom Cruise is chasing some guy, like a bad guy, and then chasing Tom Cruise is a sandstorm. Genius! Tom Cruise was sitting in an office with somebody, sitting on a big table with all the writers and stuff, and he thinks, I'm gonna be chasing some guy. I could make this more dramatic. Sandstorm should be chasing me. Mission Impossible 4. Fucking Tom Cruise. This movie was meant to be seen on the biggest screen possible. All the regular parts of the movie, like the talking scenes and the kind of establishing shots of everything that's about to happen, are all shot using the regular movie cameras. But once it gets into the action, that's when they change over to the IMAX cameras, and you can see that change in clarity from them all standing around having a yak about what they're gonna do when so and so gets to the hotel. This is the Dubai thing, by the way. There may be some spoilers, but I don't really care. And then suddenly Tom Cruise is at a window just kind of going, hey, look at that. And then suddenly it's an IMAX and it just looks beautiful. Clearly notice it. And just as the camera pans over Tom's shoulder to look out and down, it's like, go ahead, Tom. You're on your own, man. Just you go. I'll stay back here. You take care of this. You see all of the Dubai landscape in the background, and you just know the shit's gonna get real. So, sure enough, doesn't Tom jump out the window? Now, I went to see this movie with a bunch of friends of mine, okay? And I'm pretty sure that by the end of it, they were kind of pissed off with me constantly saying, fucking Tom Cruise, every time there was an awesome stunt. But then they may have heard me sighing when there was a CG effect, quote unquote. Because the one thing about Tom Cruise movies is the stunts are always fantastic because he does most of them himself, nearly all of them himself, and it just, you gotta love it. Once you know that it's actually him running down the side of the world's tallest building on a rope. But, and it's a big but, it's a big, oh my god, it's right there. The CG is always horrible. That's what I'm trying to get across here. At the start of the movie, well, not really the start, but kind of the bit that gets you really into why they've initiated Ghost Protocol, why the IMF has disappeared now. The Kremlin blows up, and you see Tom Cruise running, oddly enough, running away from the Kremlin as it explodes, and it's just really cartoony looking. It's not good at all. You can really tell that they couldn't have even built a miniature or something to make the explosion look a little bit better, but it just crumbles, and then there's a big cloud of dust coming up behind Tom Cruise, and oh my god, that's so awesome, yeah, but it looks really cartoony. Now, the characters in this movie are not as one-dimensional as you'd expect from an action movie. The rapport, especially between Simon Pegg and Tom Cruise in this movie, is really good. Like, the first 15-minute sequence is there's like no communication between the two of them, but it's still hilarious watching them interact with each other. Tom through cameras, and then Simon Pegg by yelling at a screen. But it always made you kind of look forward to their next interaction to see what was going to happen. And then we have Paula Patton, or Peyton, I don't really know how to pronounce her name, who you may remember from Precious in 2008, and she plays Jane. And it's always good, to have a female action star because that's what she is. And she's she's a secret agent or whatever IMF people are. And it's always good to like have them there, be big action stars, and not like exploited and sexualized. Never mind. Now, Jeremy Renner's character isn't introduced until about maybe 45 minutes to an hour into the film, which is strange because he doesn't get introduced until Ghost Protocol is initiated, which I suppose is a kind of a link to him then taking over the reins of the Mission Impossible franchise, which I suppose is a good little tie-in there. But still, he's first introduced. This is the best part. First introduced as an analyst, right? It's just like, oh hey look, hi, this is my analyst Jeremy. He's an analyst. Oh no, wait, he's a super agent. All in all, I give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. It ends leaving it kind of open for a sequel, which is good because Jeremy Renner's going to take over the reins now. Hopefully Tom Cruise will stick around as the producer, because this new direction, it's kind of harkening back to the old series. Because even the intro, actually, I never even mentioned that the intro is it's kind of like the intro to a TV show, in that it does its own little thing with the fuse going through everything, and it's also got clips of the movie to come within that kind of title sequence. So which is, I thought was fantastic. So hopefully it's leaving it open now for more, and I look forward to it, I gotta say. And so ends my first ever visual movie menu. Thank you for joining me. Bye now.